Happy Halloween almost, and welcome to our second L3 book review. I'm Kathy Ireland.
And I didn't fuck it up this time.
Yay!
And I'm Randie Lemons.
And we are here to go over the next book that we read. We did the first one, How to Fake It with a Fae, a couple weeks ago, which was so much fun. And it was just a great, I think, a really good first book for us. And so this time we are doing a very no strings Halloween by Kaylee Loring and Connor Craze. And it is narrated by Connor Craze and Mackenzie Cartwright.
Yeah, so the beginning part of this review is going to have no spoilers. There it goes. It's going to have no spoilers. So if you're interested in hearing about this book and kind of what it's about, but you don't want any spoilers, you don't want any tropes written out to you, anything like that, hang out and we will warn you before we go into that stuff.
Very, very clearly. So do not come back at us with, you ruined it for me. Nope. We will warn you and we'll give you plenty of warnings so that you will know exactly when we go into the spoilers. And we absolutely will go into spoilers because this book
We
so
have
good.
to. We have
We
to.
have to.
There's no not.
Yep. Whoop. There came part of the chains. I swear I think I have the ghost in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so start us out with our main characters.
Yes, so we've got Donna, which I had a problem with the name because that's my mom's name. So I had to like Kathy was like, okay, think of it like Donna. It's Donna because he's Boston, so that's how he says her
I
name.
really
And I was
tried.
like, okay, that helps.
Yeah, I really
Uh,
tried.
and she
School.
is a end of life nurse. So she's around a lot of heavy stuff. That's her job. And then we've got Billy Boston or Williams O'Sullivan. And he hit the lottery twice, I think is what he said. And so he's a multi-millionaire. He's got a whole bunch of businesses, super just party animal guy.
Very much so. Yeah. I loved this because, well, one, I love how they do, and I've read many books that Kaylee and Connor have written together, and when I say read, I listen because that's what I do. I just listen. And so I've
It's the
listened to
same
the
thing.
audio.
We're
It
reading
is
it.
the same thing. It
Yes.
is the same thing.
That
We're
bugs
reading.
the crap out of me when people's like, no, you
Me
didn't
too.
read it. Yes, we did. We read
Yes,
it
we
with
did.
our mind, just like you did.
And we have a lot of imagination going on. So I love that they do like these, they have some other holiday ones. And so this was perfect for us for the Halloween one that we are going to do. And yeah, it was pretty fun how they started out. So I don't think this is spoilery. So Donna and Billy Boston are friends with benefits. So that's probably one of the tropes. They're
Yeah, because
friends with
that's
benefits.
like right out the bat. He's like, Red's messaging me.
I
Wait,
love
what is?
their nicknames
Yeah,
too.
his
Red
is
and Mouth.
Mouth, and hers is Red, right?
Yeah, because
Okay.
she's got super red hair.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So that's I don't
Yeah.
think that's spoilery because that's right at the beginning. So as soon as you get into first chapter, you hear about that.
And it's no strings attached. So you can kind of, use some reasonable deduction and figure out what that means, especially when it comes to Connor and Kaylee. So, because there's spice. There'd be some spice in here.
Now,
So, yeah,
do
so
you
I love that.
feel like there was a lot of character development throughout the book? Let's touch on that first. Do we feel like there was a lot of character development?
Definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. I mean, because when you're going from a no strings attached situationship to, I mean, everybody knows there's a happily ever after. There's always a happily ever after with their books. So there has to be some growth in there because there's a reason that they're doing the no strings attached. So there's definitely going to be some personal growth on both of their parts. But I loved watching that because I thought it was a good arc. They did
Oh
a
yeah.
really good job with it.
Yeah, because I mean, definitely, and I love the way that they played it out too, because you don't really understand at the beginning why she's wanting what she's wanting, why she's wanting the no strings attached, and then as you get to know her more, you understand why she does what she's doing. I fucking love. Okay, hang on, I have to wait for that because that is a spoiler big time. Um,
Whoop, see? We're trying, y'all.
Yes. If you love accents, you're going to love this book. There's Irish accents and Boston accents, and it is done so well. And oh
So, so well. Yeah.
my
It makes you want to like try like Boston, and Wicked Awesome. I mean, he did so good.
yeah,
He did so good.
the Irish accents. Oh my God, his best friend. I'm like, I need
Nolan?
to read his story next because it's in there. It better be in there because there's 5 of them.
Yeah, there's got to be one. Yeah, no, Connor does a great job with all of the different accents, and I enjoyed that as part of the narration, and he's really good at that to make it so that they each have a different sound.
You're amazing. Thank you. Get out of here.
Yay! That each character sounds different, and they have like their own, accent. Like Declan didn't really have much of.
He
uh
sounded so American when
Yeah,
he switched between those
he was a
accents. I was
football
like,
player, and he has his own book, by the way.
yeah,
You need to read Declan's book
it's
because
good.
part of the Declan Dash, and I can't remember the other one. Anyway, there's
So
three.
all these people are just intertwined relationship wise on these books that they're writing.
They just come in and out. They just come in and out.
Little
Yeah.
Easter eggers from different people from different arcs.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. So, the other one that I felt was pretty neat, and we won't go into any spoils, is Piper, because she's already teased Piper's book is coming out. An adult Piper is coming out in December, I think.
That's cool.
She's already teased that, and she's
Yeah.
already released
Oh,
the
that's
narrator
cool.
reading
That's
stuff.
cute. She's a
So
cute character. She is. She just reminds you of a run of the mill teenage girl. Like 100%. I loved her character in there. It was
yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah,
So I
exactly.
do. Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit too. Shit. Okay, non-spoilery things.
Really hard to not do the spoilers for sure.
So I
Um,
do want to say though, I don't know how to say this without really being a spoiler, but there was a part that has Piper in it that I did find myself skimming and kind of skipping through.
okay.
Yeah. So that's the only negative I have about this entire thing, but that was one of them I do want to bring up is I did find myself skimming in that area, but
We'll do that in the spoilers because
yeah,
I do think it will be part of that.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, so we can probably, so that's basically that's the gist of the book. It's really well written.
yeah.
I enjoy the writing.
I do want to say that it is definitely some creepy vibes in there. There's definite like I had some moments where I was like, is this gonna get too creepy for me? But it very quickly pulled it back in some areas, but
Same.
then other areas it
I
was
had
like
some goosebumps. I had some goosebumps, y'all. There were some points that I was like, Connor and Kaylee, y'all better not pull me into some scary shit because I live alone and I don't want to be listening to this when it's time for me to go to bed. And then I'm going to dream about this shit.
yeah,
And then I'm going to write you nasty letters. Well,
yep,
I would never do that.
yep. No, but it gets to that line and then they pull it back. So I thought that was a very interesting way that they did that because it is a Halloween-esque book. It does get creepy enough to where you're like, okay, I understand why it's a Halloween-esque book now. It's not just because they have a Halloween night. There is other reasons why this is a Halloween-esque book.
Yes, yes, for sure. I was going to ask you, what do you think? Because some of the other books that we've read in general, and the last one, this one, does have Connor as the co-author, which I feel brings a whole, like a kind of a different perspective to the writing and to the book feel as a
Yes,
whole. What do you
that's
think about that?
yes, because I feel okay, it feels like there's two separate people. And that was something that, we had mentioned before when we were kind of talking about it very shortly because we wanted to keep everything in this in this conversation, but it feels like there are genuinely two people involved in the story and it is both sides of the story. It's not like someone you can kind of tell when one author writes, a whole story, they have a certain tone, they have a certain way of describing things. With this, you genuinely get these two personalities telling the story.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. And as someone who I am in both Connor and Kaylee's, um, I guess fan pages or whatever on Facebook, it is so fun. Like the banter that they have personally going back and forth, it's fucking hilarious. I mean, it is so funny. And they give each other shit all the time. And I love that pretty much translates into their writing and the banter and in the between the character, not just the main character, not just the two main characters, but also within the side characters into as well. To me, the banter just man, it makes it such a quick and easy read. Like you're like, wait, is this done already?
Yeah.
That's
No,
how I
the
feel.
banter is probably I crack the fuck up through these books. Like, this is my second one with these two. And the first one I was cracking up. This one, I was just like, there was one point where I was like, and I was like, looking around like, damn, I am making sure no one's thinking I'm crazy right now.
Yes, exactly. It is most definitely a laugh out loud type of
I did
book.
mention to you how I wondered how this would read, right? Like it's obviously in a book format too, people can read it, and I just wonder if they will not get the full effect of the sarcasm and the tone of voice that he uses when he says shit. And it's like, if you have never listened to audiobooks before in your entire life and you want to start somewhere, I feel like this is the book to do it with because it is.
It's so and because it's not super heavy, I would almost say it is borderline aside from the haunted, the Halloween-esque ish parts. I would say that it's almost kind of like a spicy, cozy romance because
Yeah.
it's just the whole gist of the story is pretty light, and it's a fun read. So I agree with Randie. If you have not listened to audiobooks and you want to know where to jump in, 100%, you cannot go wrong with this book for sure. And
Yeah,
Mackenzie did a phenomenal job.
I think so. Maybe not cozy, but charming. I feel like charming is a good way to
Oh, that's a
describe.
good yes.
Yeah,
Did we just create a new like
a new trope.
genre of
I guess that's
a
not a
cozy
trope. That's
romance?
a genre, huh? Yeah,
What's
yeah,
a genre?
charming.
Charming.
Yep. I think it's a new genre.
We tend to do that. We tend to like create new tropes, new genres.
The Superman trope, and yeah, yep.
Yeah,
No,
so good.
no. I 100% would rate this book a 5 out of 5. Oh my god, it is just it is so good for what it is, right? It's not like it's fantasy, it's not like all that other stuff, but for what it is so good for what it is.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So let's break that down a little bit. Okay, so for the storyline
Yeah.
itself, just the story.
Okay, yeah. So storyline, I think honestly, I think I've got to go. No, I love the story. I love so much of it. It's gonna be a 5 for me on the story.
Same. Okay, I agree. I love the story. I love that. I love that both of them, they write these stories that intertwine other characters, but you can read it as a standalone.
Yep.
So it's not like really you're lost because maybe you haven't read Duckland. Um, but I would 100% recommend you do because it's really good
Yeah, and
too.
it's great marketing. Like, they introduce these characters and you're like, oh my God, he's cute, he's sexy, he's funny. I need to go find his story right now.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So I agree with you on the story. 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Narration.
So narration.
What do you say on narration?
It's Connor. What do you think it's gonna be? It's a fucking 5.
6. We can go
A
higher than a
6?
5.
We go to 12. Yeah,
What is it?
I love
6 pack,
Connor.
6 abs, 6 figure. Yeah, we're doing 6 for his voice.
Yeah, let's do. Um, I do. He's one of my favorite narrators. I feel like he has such a wide range of voices. He sings. Did you catch
I
that? The singing.
love that.
He sings. I love when Kaylee makes him sing. It's like the best. Um, so that so I love that. But Mackenzie Cartwright, she's so good, and I enjoy her too. So to me, you cannot go wrong with this. Like it's top of the line,
Yeah.
5 out of 5. If that's all the stars we get.
Is this the same narrator female side? It's not? Okay, so I definitely like this duo a lot more than the other one that we read. I think that, and it might have just been the audio quality for me on the other one. I still liked her voice. There were just a little things with the audio. This audio quality on this one, they match perfectly. They sound great. Everything about this, yeah, I agree with you. 5 out of 5 on narration. And like you said, Connor's voice, I can't compare it to anyone else. It's like that is just a very attractive voice. Like eargasms all day long.
Completely all day long. And he knows how. So, a couple of things about that. I feel like he knows how to elicit the emotions super, super well in the moment, right? So, and he's done this on other books, but let's with this book, like, you know, the lighthearted, cocky ass, I mean, like he flawlessly emanates that. And then also like the tender and the like fearful part of of losing her or whatever, which this is all part of that. Again, just flawlessly executes that in my opinion. So I think he's really one of the best, if
Yeah.
not.
No, you're 100% right with that. Like his ability to perform with his voice and get you to feel emotions by the tones that he uses, by the register of his voice and everything. It is an art. It is 100% an art. So yeah, we have to do a 6 for him. We have to break the scale.
Agreed. 6. Cool. Okay, so overall total, I think we're both at a 5.
Yep, 100%. 5. This is just such a
Yeah.
great one. Pick it up if you've never done audiobooks. Please, please try this one if you haven't and let us know.
Yes, it's so worth the credit. Like 100% worth the credit. Pick it up. I really don't think you will be disappointed.
Yeah. All right.
At all.
Warning, we are going to go into tropes next. If you want to stay for the tropes, because it's a little spoilerish, but we will warn you before we go into spoils. Hang out for the tropes, or if you don't want to hear the tropes, sayonara, see you later, run for the hills.
Yep.
Are they gone?
Hasta la vista. I don't know. Wait. Okay. Maybe. They're still here. Okay.
So tropes. You've got Boston accents, Irish accents, so accents. Amazing accents. You've got a spooky fling, haunted house hookup, and you're gonna have to try to find out what haunted house, like how that play. That's yeah. It might not be what you're thinking. Paranormal flirting, friends to lovers, no strings attached,
Nope.
big family, billionaire romance, role play, protective, rom-com, spicy.
Spicy. This is spicy. So spicy, y'all.
Super,
so if you
spicy.
know spice, I would not recommend this.
Yeah. If you want to have dry panties by the end of this read, don't do it. Don't read this.
Well, too. Yeah. No. And we were saying this earlier, and I mean, this is not spoilery at all because It's the word fuck. But the way that he says fuck, I mean, of course I can't do it and get that registered, but holy shit, it's so good. I mean, it's just like,
The
just not heard that
feral
word said.
growl, the animalistic growl when saying fuck. Like, just imagine those two things combined together, and that is
And
that.
drawn out.
Yeah.
And drawn out. Yeah.
All right,
Perfect.
guys. We're going to get into it. Fun
5,
if you don't want
4,
spoilers. If
3,
you've read this, stick around.
2. Okay.
All right.
I'm so excited for the spoilers.
I know.
fucking love this book.
I know. Okay, so my first thing I want to talk about is Opa.
Opa was so amazing.
When she says
I love Opa.
you had better get a lot of foreplay, when she is talking to her and she's like, whose dick's
Preach
only
it,
lasting
sister.
5 minutes?
Oh my
Her sex positive and her ability to like, okay, let's the foreplays. The old woman of this story is top notch.
Looking out for her granddaughter's foreplay.
Yes.
It was such a like a surprise character, you
Yes.
know, like someone that you would not, I mean, like grandma talking about, you know, sex and orgasms and cocks and like with the accent, which was so good.
Yes.
So good.
The Russian accent, right? They're Russian, right?
I don't remember.
I think they're Russian. Oh, that was another accent that we didn't add in, but yes. And I can't remember. He voices the grandma, right?
Well, I think it's a dual. Isn't this dual? So didn't they do?
Yes. Every time she spoke, it was her voice. And every time he spoke, it was his voice. But I think he did the voices for his mom and the grandma.
But
Hang on. I've got it clipped here. Let me see.
okay, look. Let's see here.
Sucking everything in.
Oh.
I pull the damn silk over my boobs.
Oh, you guys are gonna get a little. Okay, hang on.
And I don't hear.
Can't skip forward.
The badonkadonk is adequately covered. It looks like my boobs are trying to hug my neck, but it'll have to.
My boobs are trying to hug my
won't
neck.
be able to sit or breathe while I'm wearing.
Who hasn't had that too?
I touch the speakerphone icon.
Duet.
Sorry about that,
It's
Oma. Just got back from my shift, so I'm changing my clothes. Whose cock is giving you only?
It was her. It's duet.
Wow,
it has her. This is duet narration.
Okay, but that is a huge change in voice for her. That was so much of a huge change that I thought it was him because it goes into that older, like, deeper voice.
Yeah. I think you should play that.
Play what?
Right there.
Just I think that part right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay.
Come back to Philadelphia, Donna.
No.
Let me help you find a man who treats you right, which you'll have to do. I just won't be able to sit or breathe while I'm wearing this.
Is that too loud?
I touch the speakerphone icon. Sorry about that, Oma. Just got back from my shift, so I'm changing my clothes. Whose cock is giving you only 5 minutes, Pupchen? She asks, genuinely distraught. You had better get a lot of foreplay. This is exactly why I am calling you. Why do you not have a proper boyfriend?
Yes.
Oma is the best. So good.
That was amazing. Yeah. That was so well. Such a gem. Like a gem to put in there.
I want to up the woman's side of this narration too because I forgot that she did accents like that too. Like that is.
Well, if you would listen to it at a normal fucking speed, Randie, you might be able to tell the difference between a man and a female voice. I'm just saying, y'all. I listen to them at normal, natural speed, so I get the full effect of the voices.
Listen, okay. First off, my ADHD brain listens to everything at that speed, and then it just catches up later, okay? If I were to listen to it at normal speed, I would nod the fuck off. I would be like, oh my god, this is taking forever. Just say the word.
Not with Connor in your ear.
Okay, I know. When he talks, yes, but it's fine. Listen, this is all fun banter. So no one get pissy about either side of this because I give her shit for listening to it slow and she gives me shit for listening to it fast. So it's fine.
Yes. However you listen to it is great. Just listen to it.
But we're just gonna judge you.
Pretty much. This is us sitting here judging you.
No. I love it. Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So what you go on in the next part.
So I think we should kind of go in a little bit order here. So we do have Billy Boston and Red White Kid Donna.
Donna.
Yeah, Donna. So they hated each other at first. They did not like each other. Well,
I don't think it was hate.
Her. He liked her, but
yes.
I don't think that she really liked him.
I
annoyed
don't think
the shit out of her.
Yeah, I think he annoyed her, but I also think it was like he was a distraction for her. Like it was more of she was using him in multiple ways.
Well, I think I'm talking about before they even started the situation.
I guess I must have skipped over that part.
Well, if you were listening to it at a normal speed, you would have caught it. It's Halloween, I'm dead. Yeah, so when they started out, when she first, whomever moved in, he moved in next to her, I think.
Mm-hmm. Technically, this would have been an enemies to lovers trope, or like dislike to lovers, kind of.
Maybe a little bit, yeah. But then they started hooking up, and I thought it was so interesting. So this is where the whole the role play.
The role playing, Kathy.
Holy
the role playing
shit. On your knees.
Okay. This might be a little TMI, but role playing through texting is fun. I love role playing through texting. I've never role played in person. I think I need to try it out. I'm sold.
Yeah. He teased that inmate one. On your knees, inmate.
Oh my fucking god.
On Facebook.
That was so good. And he was okay, but the quickness of him being rough and aggressive and then seeing the cuff marks on her wrist and he's like destroyed by what he did.
Destroyed, and he like was kissing them until it would go away. Like, I mean, yeah.
So attentive.
Like, I was like, seriously, a cinnamon roll. I think that might be a trope too. He was seriously a cinnamon roll inside. Like, such a sweet guy. Sweet, sweet guy. Yeah. And he's so kind-hearted. Like, if you saw like all the things that he did for people, the Make-A-Wish thing.
That he was like, I fucking loved his like, his cockiness is on a whole other level. Like when he is depressed about everything with Red, he's like, yeah, but I'm still a sexy Harry Potter. Like, but then his like, there was a piece that I loved at the very beginning where he's like, I did all this and no one's even fucking saying thank you. And, here he goes. He's going to say thank you. And then he doesn't. Like
the birthday party.
Yeah.
The birthday party. Yep. I flew everybody in, 40 people, and no, does anybody thank you? Nay, they do not. I loved it. I loved it.
He reminds me of the baby brother. Like, he gives me baby brother vibes, but like that badass, cocky baby brother that...
Well, I think that is kind of like it seemed like that was kind of his, I don't know if place, not like age-wise or whatever, but in a way, because he was like the last one to be, to find love and be paired off. I think that kind of put him in that spot.
Yeah.
Of being the baby brother. Like, they were all Nolan and Declan, and I can't remember the other guy. What was the other guy's name? Vinny? No.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yep. Billy?
Was it Vinny?
Billy?
No, Billy is him.
I know.
He's Billy. Don't know word.
I'm just saying that's the only one I cared about. And Declan, just because Irish. Brr.
Declan. Nolan is the Irish guy.
Nolan. See? Fuck. I fuck up names no matter where I'm at.
That's why you have me, Randie. I keep you straight.
Thank you. Nolan. I want Nolan's story. Yes, please. Voice.
Yes.
Oh, yes, Irish. Give me Irish. When he's like, he can say whatever he wants because he's that Irish accent.
He knew it. He knew. Billy knew. He could just get away with everything because of his Irish accent. Which,
I love it. That's his best friend.
Yeah. It's his cousin too, right? Cousin and best friend.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I love that part of it too, that they're all like family. You know, like it's like not brother, sister, but almost like found brother and sister, like found family in that way, because they are all so close.
Yeah.
Even though they're, little owl. Falling. I wouldn't say.
I fucking cracked up whenever the dishwasher actually fucked up and broke on them. I was dying at that point when it broke on them. And he like looks down and he's like, damn, her panties really did flood. There's actual water at my feet.
So sweet that he fixed her fucking dishwasher. He like waited on the whole hinky panky part.
And then he didn't even get any that night. He walked away.
He didn't care. He like tucked her cinnamon roll. I'm telling you. Cinnamon roll. With the cream cheese icing.
So fucking cute. So he was that had me hooked right there. Like, I was like, okay, who's this red? Who's this chick he's talking about? What's going on here? He's not gonna find love if he's, got some side thing. And then just the way he treats her and the way he's reacting with her, I was like, okay, this is good. I love this. What is her fucking problem? And then you find out what her problem is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I love that he cared enough because he noticed.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't just all about his finishing, going over the finish line. It wasn't just him. He noticed. He's like, she's about ready to fall asleep. Like, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
We're going to bed.
Yeah, she's like 5 more minutes, and he's like, I already know I'm just gonna walk out of this room, like, just let her sleep and have her relax time. 5 more minutes.
Because he respected her. Mm-hmm. Because he respected her, and he respected her job and what she did. And I really do think that was a big
when he was ripping that one fake nurse's ass, like when she dressed up as a nurse and he was being a dick to her because he was like, yeah, I guess that's a good costume, but it's not practical because you couldn't do all this shit and this shit. And he's like,
and how are you going to care for people on their last, whatever? And she was like,
dick. It's okay, like, Billy.
Yeah.
No, that was good. Okay, so the only negative I have to say about this, and it's not really a negative, I just don't know you can give me your point of view on this. When Piper, was that her name, Piper? When she did her little fan fiction, I was skipping. I was like, oh my God. For one, it was the voices. They had just these cutesy little doofus voices, which is cute because it was totally supposed to be just this funny little fan fiction of them. But I was like, okay, skip.
But you're an author.
That's what I said. Give me your point of view.
Yep. And so I thought it was cute just because she was, one, they used it as a foretelling. And so, I thought that was actually a pretty brilliant way to kind of lay the tracks for that. Not only like just the whole story in general, but also it laid the tracks for her playing a part because she told her dad, Declan, right?
Did she tell him? See, I skipped that. I fucking skipped that.
When she got back, when she got home.
Oh, no. Yeah. I did read that part.
When she got home, she told him that there was a woman and they were so cute together and they really loved each other. And so then Declan got Nolan and then they came and they were like, okay. And they were, as the guys of, okay, it's just going to be a guy's weekend. But Piper's mom essentially probably made Declan come, Anyway, like the whole thing, or aunt, or I can't remember however that whole thing worked out. But yeah, so I thought that was like a brilliant use of this very non-remarkable character that is like, oh, he's babysitting again, which also was kind of cool that he had like, he babysat.
Yes, I loved that. That was a cute little added. And then the little girl, the little 2-3-year-old, just like wanting him over her dad.
Now that was his actual niece, I think.
Yeah. Yep, his brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and it's not it wasn't written poorly. It was great. I think it didn't hold my attention with her telling the story. But that was it.
Yeah. To me, I thought it was just a cute little, almost like a journal. She was writing in a journal.
That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Girl that
I
was
think
like,
we've just been talking about fan fiction so much lately that I was just like, I'm done with fan fiction.
yeah, but this was like fun fan fiction, more like a journal. Like a 16-year-old girl having her cute little. And I love that she's like checking out everybody's butts.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, the innocent, just
like
like,
we just pretend that she doesn't check out our.
yeah, it's awkward if we don't, because we're all kind of sort of related. That's when she says, I get why she checks out her kind of sort of uncle's butts.
That was pretty funny.
No, that was cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so the spooky parts.
Yes, I was like, we have to get to the spooky part.
Yes. So the scratching in the closet, that was immediately, I was like, nope, what the fuck? No scratching in the closets. It's gonna be creepy. Why is there scratching? Like, even if these are nice ghosts, why the fuck are they scratching? And then it was a pigeon.
Yeah, but I was thinking like a raccoon or something, but even still, that would be like, nope. You can have it. All good. I don't need it. Yeah. But that was and I love that, like Billy's trying to be like the hero, but inside he's like, what the fuck is going on? But I'm not gonna show that. I'm gonna be the hero.
I love that he's worried about his mom getting pissed about it. That was like his one thing is like, my mom's gonna disown me. She's gonna lose her shit about this.
They were doing the Ouija board.
Like, my mom can never know about this.
Seriously, not tell her, she'll excommunicate us.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, that was pretty funny.
I loved that he was like, he genuinely thought it was role play. It was something, he was just going along with it because it was what she wanted him to do. He had no investment into it until the end where he was like, okay, we need to do this. And then they put their chairs at their wedding.
I know.
That was so cute.
That was so cute.
Okay, we skipped over the blood though. The blood, I was like, how the fuck are they going to explain this one? How are they going to make this not so creepy? Cranberries? Really?
I forgot about the cranberries. I did.
I thought it was like a prank because he's like tasting it.
And it's been oozing into the, like, are they going to find the body? Like, whose body could it be? Like,
it was creeping me the fuck out.
Did he kill her actually? Like, who's fucking rotting in here?
I was like, oh my god, he really didn't die. This old man's gonna be in there. And I'm thinking, like, I don't know how I'm making this make sense in my head, but I'm like, some little old man's about to murder this woman.
And it was a little, because I was kind of a little, like, creeped out a little bit. I'm like, so when they kind of described Laura, who's, whatever, I can't remember the old guy's name. What was his name?
Lars.
Yeah. Look, you remembered one.
Yay! Gold star.
Right? When they were describing Laura having flaming red hair, and so does Donna.
Yep. And apparently
like,
Lars and Billy looked alike.
Yeah, I was kind of like, that's a little weird.
I thought she was going to be a psycho bitch and want to kill him.
They really ever answered, like, why did he leave her that house? Was it really just because she was super sweet and kind to him? Come on, I
bet you it looked like no, yeah. I think it looked like Laura, and it reminded her of she reminded him of Laura.
I think so too.
Because they didn't have kids, they didn't have anyone to pass it on to. That was a fucking sad story within the good story.
It really was.
And
it really was.
That was a love story in a love story.
Yes. And it was the old-timey love story that really didn't have a great happy ending.
Nope.
And I kind of liked that because not all love stories have a great happy ending. Well, especially when it didn't.
From what I took from the seance was it was their happy that was their happy ending, because what I took is that Lars's spirit did come back and kind of take over Billy a little bit, and Laura was So I think it's kind
That
of
was
a
the
happy
happy
ending.
but
Yeah.
in living
Yes.
land,
That
in the
was
land of the
fucking
living,
sad.
there was no happy ending. She was like, "Nope, I'm not coming back."
And he
And he's
never
like,
found anyone else. He just died as a
"Yes."
lonely old man.
Just missing the love of his life.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Fuck off. I'm not doing that." So that was kind of tragic. So there was like a tragedy in there a little bit, but
Yeah,
I
there was.
kind of liked it because
Yeah.
it brought a little bit of reality, that like, especially in that time, not all happy, I mean, they didn't always get a happy ending.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So,
anytime, right? Even now too. But I loved the mixture of emotions I felt through this book. It wasn't all happiness. It wasn't all cozy. I was scared at a couple times. I was creeped out a couple times. I was sad. I was about to fall. Creeped out.
right?
I was
Arms
laughing
around
my
my
ass
neck.
off.
I am at this hotel. I'm just kidding. Call my son.
You're good. No,
Good
I'm
thing.
just saying I love the roller coaster of emotions that I felt throughout it. It wasn't, like I said, just all one happy, good feeling, a little bit of sad, and then it, went back to happiness. It was all of the feelings.
It was all of them. And I think that's one thing when, well, they do that. Connor and Kaylee do that a lot in their books, but I think they do it so well. It's not super drawn out.
No.
Like it's like within the last hour of the book,
Yeah.
and so you do definitely go through the roller
Oh, yeah.
coasters.
But they hit you and they pull you out. It's like,
Yeah,
bam. Okay, now
but they
happiness.
also deal with it
Yeah.
so
Well, there's
poignantly,
closure.
so well. There's closure.
Yep.
And I think that it also is a great avenue for people to also kind of get some healing and some things that they've been dealing with. And like Donna was so scared of falling in love because of her ex. And how many women are in that situation?
Yeah.
I can say
No.
I am. So, I feel, and that's like kind of what I love about it is oh, you know what else? You know what else I love? And they're also very good about this is she was curvy. Sorry, my hair's going all over
Oh
the
my
place.
God. Yeah. Her tits were about to choke her.
And her butt. She has
And
a big
her.
ass.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That
Right?
that I personally loved because I was like, I don't get to read a big girl like that. And she's curvy up top and curvy down below. So I was like, I love this, and he loved it, and I loved that he loved it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I did love that. What was the other? I know, I was like, done. It's done. I tried. I
You did.
really did try in this hotel room, y'all. So
Thank
you're
the
welcome.
hurricane.
Thank the hurricane. Yep. Yep. Um, yeah. That's this is the Hurricane Milton aftermath review.
I okay, so I love that, like you said, they touch on very sensitive topics and make it to where it's relatable. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, old people creep me out. Old people creep me the fuck out. Death, like the end of life stuff, that is so depressing to me. And her going through that and her being a nurse for those people, it makes total sense why she's like, I want role play. I want to escape things for a little bit. I want to get out of who I am because of how heavy my reality is. And
Yep.
I have so much respect for that character and what she's gone through. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, girl. Damn.
Yeah. And I can understand that. Like when my dad passed away or before he passed away, we had him in hospice and those nurses are fucking angels, saints here on earth. They were the most amazing people. Most of them were women in that. But just, I mean, like amazing. And when he did finally pass, I mean, the respect and the care and, I mean, these people, they get invested.
Yeah.
They get invested in their patient and, they each have different personalities and than the family. I mean, I was there almost 24/7 for a week.
Yeah.
You get to know people pretty well when you're in those situations. And so I can only imagine how that would be like an outlet that she needed to have.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, the way that their relationship developed, that safe space that he provided her in the role playing, that's going to continue on in their marriage and their relationship, and she's going to continue to have that outlet. And he's going to love it, because that means that, that typical, oh, we haven't had sex in 3 years thing's never going to happen to him.
No, their sex life is going to be very spicy all the time, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I love that they show that too. I love that they show that, like that the role playing and like having that kind of creativity in your sex life as a couple it can be healthy and fun, and I thought they did a fabulous job with that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I loved. Okay, so this is something we talk about often, is having something modeled for you. Sometimes books are how we have that, and it's not always unrealistic stuff, right? How like porn and stuff like that. Yeah, some of that can be very unrealistic. Some of these book boyfriends can be very unrealistic, but they did such a good job, and they do such a good job of making these very realistic men. It's not above and beyond to do what these guys do. It is completely acceptable and completely not over the top to not expect, because their expectations will kill your relationship, but to communicate, like, this is what I want. This is something that I would love to have in our relationship. And then this models it for you. They model it great.
Yes.
And it's so healthy.
Well. Yes, very much so. The other thing that I wanted to touch on was him being a millionaire, and she had no idea. And he only wanted. I know a guy. I know a guy that has a helicopter, and he's like, "Wait, that guy is me. Yeah, I have a helicopter. Why am I driving?"
That's fucking cute.
It was cute. So I loved that part because the money wasn't ever part of it, but he was super generous. Yep. Like, he constantly flew family and friends. He flew Opa and whatever her grandpa's name is
before they were even like serious.
Yes. So he flew them in, even though and in the other books you would know this rivalry between the Tomcats and whatever the other one is. I can just remember the Tomcats.
Lightning? Is it Lightning?
No, that's ours. Maybe it was Lightning. Can't remember. Tomcats. And so I thought that was super sweet that they showed that he was super generous. And to be honest, to be fair, he rarely got thanked for that with his family, except the one time Declan did actually say, truly, thank you for whatever
Wasn't that like out of character for him, and everyone kind of noticed it?
Declan to say thank you?
Yeah. Wasn't that at the end when he was fixing to ask her to marry him? I was like her tip off to like, okay, what's going on? He didn't tag her. He didn't.
No. Oh, you're talking about Nolan. No, because Nolan would always be like, "What's up, fuckface?" or some sort of, derogatory, like he would make fun of them somehow. But so that's how she knew that it was. But I thought it was so sweet that he was just like, "You want to marry? You want to get married?"
I know a guy. As me. I like how he immediately was like, it's me. I'm the guy. Loved his mom too. Like, immediately she felt like she had a family. Like, these girls were the grandma and was it the mom on both sides?
The mom on both sides.
Yeah.
They were holding her hands.
Yeah. Just, she's like, I can't feel my hands. That was cute. Yeah. No.
The Billy's mom, you think you need to get your hair. Come over and let me cut your hair. You think I don't know what's best for my boy? He's like 30 years old. He's like, are you kidding, Ma? Come on.
Yeah. No, that was cute. Very, what did that make me think of? Like, they're not Jewish, are they? Why am I thinking Jewish?
I don't think
the
it was
very
more
like
Italian or whatever, like
yes,
it,
the
to me, it gave
Italian
the
moms.
Italian
That's what it
vibes.
was. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah. It's funny. What else? Oh, and then the other thing that I thought was so sweet, like, because he had like the board meeting. Do you remember when they were talking about the Make a
Oh
Wish?
yeah.
And he was like, "Stop. We're paying for everything.
Yep.
Like, we're paying for everything to
And
start
then I
even."
love that his employee goes, I thought that's what you would say.
Yes.
How amazing would that be to have a boss like that?
I want a boss like that.
Me too.
I want a boss like that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was super cute.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved it. It was such a fun book. Like it was a good time.
Yeah. No, overall, I love, there is 100% character development, 100% character growth in this. And it makes you feel all the emotions. It's a beautiful love story. It's sex positive. It's what in there is, especially with this one, there's a little bit of thrill. There's a little bit of, I don't know what more you could ask for in a book besides, an actual fantasy book, but that's me personally. So.
They did have a little bit of paranormal stuff in there,
They
though.
did. And I didn't think I
Because
was going to like that. I was like,
Laura possessed Donna
yeah.
and wanted to jump his bones.
He's like, I don't know if I can tell her no because it's you.
Yeah, at first he didn't know. So he's like, kind of weird, but also kind of hot.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll go with it. This is what you want. That's fine.
Okay.
For you, babe.
That is exactly where you realize that this is a man's point of view and a man is actually writing this story, because a woman writing that, they wouldn't understand that, yeah, you still kind of, your dick's a little hard still. Like I'm ready to go if you are.
Yes. And it might be a little inappropriate, but
that is a man's, I love that. Oh my God, Connor. I love that you gave us the man's perspective of how he will genuinely go through a situation like that.
yeah. I really do. Connor's little tagline or whatever is, and I don't have my cup with me because it's in my apartment while it's being fixed. Bringing the man back to romance. That's his tagline.
I love that.
That's on the cup that yeah. And I love that, and I think that it's so needed because
Yes.
while I love all the romance and stuff, I sometimes get a little tired of the whole, and you will never have man bashing, or I've never seen it in any of their books. Like man hating, man bashing, like it does not exist. And I love that.
Yeah.
I do.
No, it's so, and it's not the other way either. It's not woman bashing. It's not anything like that. It's not, you don't think that this is all just, a man's fantasies. It's so realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think we need to touch on the spice because just to let people know, like there are some very,
well, if they're listening to this part, they already know.
Yes, that's true. What was I personally thought that the inmate one was super hot. Like that was hot.
Yeah. No, I like that. When they went into and they were in the house, the house, and they were having sex in there, that was like, oh no, it was the day after he took her out, and they got all fucked up, and it was like this. She goes, "Oh, this is what lovemaking feels like." That was good, and it wasn't super spicy, but it was so spicy.
It was. It's sensual.
That's the word.
Very sensual because, and I thought that was such a great, and I feel like that was a really good reflection for positive masculinity.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be rough and, dominant all the time, that it can be, gentle and caring and tender and sensual.
But also, that is 100% another genuine guy reaction. He's like, I know you don't feel good, but I just want to put it in you.
You don't have to move. He literally said, you don't have to move. You don't have to do anything.
You can go back to sleep immediately after. No, genuinely, like, that is a total guy response. That is a total guy situation.
That's so
I fucking loved
funny.
it.
Like, how many people who have been in relationships have been like the she's like, I'm so fucking tired. He's like, it's okay, babe. I will do everything.
Yeah, yeah. But then that made her realize that she is like, oh, this is what lovemaking is, and then immediately goes into just mind fucking herself because they won't just talk about their feelings to each other, and she's like, oh. And then the down fucking crash that comes after that, like, damn, that was hard.
But I think that too, that is such a good realistic scenario of things that happen, because when we don't communicate how we're feeling and don't put ourselves out there, you know, you say something, it gets taken wrong because everybody has their insecurities, and you know, men have their insecurities just as much as women do. And so when you know, especially in those moments that it's like, yeah, it's okay, or you know, whatever, it's so deflating really for both sides. And so I thought that was actually a very honest peek and look into this is what happens when you don't have a honest conversation.
Yeah.
And it
Yep.
takes courage. It takes courage to, you know, talk about. And they both learn that and come to that realization that if you don't, you know, like at the was it at the Halloween thing or what, at that one part, whatever it was, that Nolan
When
and
they were on
Declan
the
were,
roof, when Laura was like, you guys are going to fucking tell each other this or I'm going to murder you, essentially, like,
literally, I will unalive you
yeah,
right now on this house with the tree, with the lightning, with the storm. I can unalive you. So
yeah,
get your shit together.
crazy redhead from the other side of the realm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that was a good one,
Yeah.
and that was
She like
creepy too.
snaps the door shut, the hatch to get out of there. She's like,
Like,
nope, you're
just
not fucking
fucking
leaving until
stuck in
we do.
here.
And he kept justifying it away. And she was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done playing. We're bringing a tree in.
Yep, yep, nope, that was intense. Laura was like, this is happening, you guys are idiots, and I died without having what you guys are gonna have, so do this right now,
Not
or
on
you're
my
gonna
watch.
join me.
She's like, not on my fucking watch. Not happening.
No. Oh, and then that last letter from Lars to her. Oh god, or was that to her? From
It was
her to
her.
him.
Him.
Yeah, that was sad.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I did. And that's what I was saying. They did not get their happy ending in real life. Like in the living world, in the land of the living.
Yeah.
They did not get their happy ending because she made a bad decision. And she wanted Donna to not fuck up this beautiful thing like she did.
No, I think that's the story right there. That they would not have gotten together if it wasn't for that fucking ghost.
Yeah.
She didn't want them to repeat
And
her
she
mistakes.
was stubborn, just like a redhead.
Yep, because she was.
A little bit of an anger problem, anger management temper there too. Like, y'all are dumb.
To be fair, it's the big booties. The big booties just make us angry.
Yeah. No, I loved it. And then I thought that at the end it was pretty fucking funny, the the trick that she did on him. Oh, wait. And I loved too that their wedding, like the wedding dress and stuff, like was super it was Halloween.
Yes.
It was non-traditional, like white and stuff. Nope, it was Halloween.
Yep. And everyone got to dress up. The kids got to dress up. There was masks for the adults and the chairs. The chairs were the most beautiful fucking thing. And the fact that they were doing cranberry juice from their farm and everything where they live now. Oh, and then the flashback or the flash forward of them having kids and living in that house together. Oh, yeah. It was good. It was so fucking good.
It was good. Yeah.
I loved and then the pregnancy scare.
That's what I was gonna hit on before. The pregnancy scare, how she like was like playing a trick on him because he didn't give her treat of the dance or whatever. It was cute.
Yeah. That was cute. I
Yeah,
loved this story. This was so good.
I did
If
too.
you guys have read this and or have listened to this, if you have read this, because listening to it is reading it,
Yep.
please let us know what you thought. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, and if you didn't like it, I don't know if we can be friends. I'm just
Right?
kidding. But it was so good. I do want to genuinely know what you guys think.
Yeah, yeah, it was super fun. And even though Connor and Kaylee, you didn't really get a choice in us reviewing it, but thank you for letting us review your book because
Right?
it was super
Thank you
fun.
for writing it for us to review.
Thank you for writing it. Yeah, this was so much fun.
Yeah.
Where I can tell you, we will definitely be doing later more Connor and Kaylee.
Yes. 100%.
Keiko, I think is
100%
I
though.
think Keiko is their Keiko. I think is their little
The mashup, the name mashup.
yes a Keiko
Keiko.
book. We'll definitely be probably
Keiko
if
fans.
we don't review it. Well, I mean, we'll definitely be reading more for sure.
Hmm.
So
No, I definitely wanna review some more. There's I think this is a good opportunity for anyone listening to, if you've made it this far, recommend something for us next. We're going into December, November, December, so maybe if there's holiday stuff, but it doesn't
well, maybe
necessarily have to be.
it doesn't have to be, but yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
fun.
Tell us what our next reads are. Should we stay in romance? Should we go into a different genre? I'm not probably gonna do thrillers or anything like that. So if that's just something I don't do. I
Same.
don't do the scary
Sorry.
paranormal. This was
Mad
as
respect
scary
for
as it
you
gets for me.
yeah. Mad respect for you, thriller and scary, paranormal, whatever authors. Super proud of you. Not my thing.
This is a good scale for us. Like this is
This was I
borderline.
was getting goosebumps, and I was like, sir, what are you doing? Like, I I don't want to be scared. So
And we're such wieners. I love it though.
we are. Yeah,
That
me
means
too.
we're never gonna read anything probably the other person doesn't like or like is too much for us. Except for your Blackbird thing. I'm gonna pass.
Oh, that was
I'm gonna
so good.
pass. Pass. Hard pass.
But like I said,
Hard
the
pass.
audio, the audio, oh, the
I might need
audio
to,
was
you okay,
perfect.
this is how we need to do that. You need to send me the scariest snippet, the scariest part. Just send I don't even care if it's spoiler or not. Send that to me. Let me listen to it. And if I'm okay with that, then I might read it.
Scariest part.
All right, guys, this was
All right,
a fantastic Halloween read.
yes,
I cannot recommend this enough for this time right now.
yeah. Again, the name is A Very No Strings Halloween or Very No Strings Halloween, whatever it is. What is
Yep.
it?
Yep.
A Very No Strings Halloween by Kaylee Loring and Connor Craze. And it's narrated by Connor Craze and Mackenzie Cartwright. And again, Mackenzie did a phenomenal job. Loved her
So good.
really, really well. Connor is like gold, so he just really can't do any wrong. And also, if you want to, definitely go follow them.
Yeah.
Like I am on their pages. Like go follow them. It's super. They have a really great, and I think that's the other thing that I really love about these two is they are very interactive with their fans and with their people that support them, which I appreciate. You know, like these audiobooks especially, I mean, you're buying them. Either you're buying the credit or you're buying it outright. And it's not cheap. And so I appreciate them acknowledging it the way that they do. And, not everybody does that, and that's fine, but
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So Kaylee Loring is Kaylee, I think. Lay. Hang on. I was spelled wrong. Kayley
Kayley. Yeah.
Loring, Loring, and then Connor Craze, Crais. Go follow them on social. They're on all of them. They're on all of them. Super easy to find. But go follow them and definitely, they have the websites and Kaylee sells a lot of the books on her website and audiobooks and some merch to go with it and stuff. So I'm sure she has some Billy Boston merch. Yeah. I know.
I might have to go check that out.
I know. Yeah, for sure. All right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode of L3. And yeah, let us know what we should read next.
See you next time.
Bye, guys. Happy Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Happy Halloween. Welcome to our crazy generations.
You're listening to Lemons Listening Library. Discover the story behind the stories with unique and raw conversations from the people who make your favorite books a reality.